Today, as we celebrate 35 years of Metro Baptist Church, let's take a quick look back at the history. Our church was founded on July 4th, 1976 by Pastor Randy Ray. That first Sunday found a small group of Christian believers meeting together with the burden of reaching Nashville with the gospel of Jesus Christ. They met at a bank in Madison, which we quickly outgrew. Funds were raised, and we were quickly able to purchase the property at 730 Neely's Bend Road, which we would call home until 2002. At that time, the old house near Neely's Bend Road was the only building on the property, surrounded by acres and acres of wooded land. As room after room of the house filled, it became obvious that it was time, once again, to build. After the sale of the house and a small tract of land around it, we were able to build our first true sanctuary, quickly followed by the educational wing directly behind it. And in the fall of 1980, our church founded Metro Baptist School, known today as Metro Christian Academy. Our church surged into the 1980s with the slogan, "Making a Difference in Nashville," and that's exactly what we did. As our church and school continued to grow, it became obvious that we needed a bigger building, something multi-purpose that could be used by both the church and the school. In 1986, our church moved their worship services into the new gymnatorium, as it was called. The larger building allowed us to meet the needs of Nashville in a way that we had never been able to do before. And with continued growth throughout the 1980s, we were making a difference in Nashville. With a new decade came a new beginning, as God called our founding pastor, Randy Ray, to a church in Tallahassee, Florida. Through the loss of our founding pastor, God was faithful to our young, vibrant church, and only 3 months later, he called Pastor Phil Martin to become our second senior pastor. And throughout the decade of the 1990s, God continued to bless our church as we continued to reach people for Christ. With the need for more space, we were able to build on to both educational wings on the gym building at Neely's Bend. As the new millennium approached, an opportunity arose for purchasing land at East Cedar Street in Goodlettsville, near I-65, a road traveled by over 50,000 vehicles a day. After much prayerful consideration, our church voted to purchase the land at 322 East Cedar Street, the land on which we're standing today. Our Goodlettsville facilities were completed in early spring 2002, and that first worship service on Easter Sunday 2002 was attended by over 1,000 worshipers. Metro Baptist Church in Goodlettsville was a place to call home. On April 7th, 2006, our church took a direct hit from an F3 tornado. While the loss of our building was devastating, we took comfort in the fact that God had protected all those who were in the building at the time, over 35 preschoolers, staff, and faculty. And even in the middle of a terrible tragedy, with the eyes of Nashville and all of Middle Tennessee on us, we could truly say that He is still God. After a temporary relocation to our facilities on Neely's Bend Road, we were able to move into the new state-of-the-art sanctuary that you are sitting in today in August of 2007. And while summing up the 35-year history of our church in a small presentation can be difficult, it can be done in 6 words. Real people, real lives, real faith. That's what's defined our church for the last 35 years, and may it continue to define us as we step into the future, reaching the world with the gospel of Jesus Christ.
Is our God, and all will see how great is our God.